Today we're diving into Lakeview, a neighborhood rewriting its entire story. For decades, this area was defined by the Lakeview generating station, that massive power plant on the water. If you've ever driven down the lakeshore and wondered what's happening behind those cranes, this is it. In this video, I'm breaking down the lifestyle, neighborhood, the housing, school, commute time, and what homes really cost here today. By the end, you'll know if Lakeview is the right move for you and your family. And if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Yusuf Nasari from Nasari Real Estate Group, and we help families move to Mississauga with confidence. Whether your move is in 9 days or 90 days, call, text, or email us, and we have got you covered. Lakeview is one of Mississauga's most fascinating transitions in real time. For half a century, it was industrial, smokestacks, storage lots, and quiet streets. Now that same stretch of land is being reborn as Lakeview Village, a world-class waterfront community with parks, shops, condos, cafes, and public spaces that will redefine how people live by the lake. You can actually smell the lake in the mornings here. That cool, fresh air that reminds you you're not downtown anymore. The vibe right now is a mix of old and new. You'll still find post-war bungalows on wide lots, some original owners, some young families moving in to renovate or rebuild, and then you'll see brand new custom home popping up with modern architecture and Lakeview views. People love Lakeview for its tree-lined streets, walkable access to parks, and the fact that you can still get close to water without poor credit prices. If you want lakefront lifestyle plus major growth potential, this neighborhood deserves a look. Now on the map, Lakeview sits in the southeast corner of Mississauga, bordered by Toronto to the east and Port Credit to the west. From here, you're about 15 minutes to Pearson, 25 minutes to downtown Toronto, and you've got quick access to the QEW Lakeshore Road. Transit's excellent for commuters here. Long Branch Go is right across Toronto border. Port Credit Go is minutes west. Two options, two directions, both reliable. So even though Lakeview feels quiet and residential, you're incredibly well connected to both Toronto and Mississauga. It's that rare blend of calm and convenience. Homes in Lakeview tells a story. Its past and its future on the same street. You've got bungalows from the 50s and 60s, usually 3-bed, 1-bath home on the 60-foot lot. Many are still original inside and go from about 1 million to 1.3 million. Then you've got rebuilds, custom 2-story homes on those same lots, often 1.8 to 3 million plus, depending on the size and finishes. There are also side splits in 2-story from the 70s and 80s, ranging from 1.3 to like 1.6 million. And soon we'll see the first wave of new condos and townhouses in the Lakeview Village, opening the door for first-time home buyers who wants the lakeside lifestyle without buying detached. It's rare to find a neighborhood that works for entry-level buyers, families, and builders at the same time. But Lakeview does that. Schools here are solid and community focused. Contra Public Secondary School is the big name, an art-centric school with strong reputation in music and visual programs. Catholic families often look at St. Paul Secondary, and there are a number of great elementary options like Janet McDougall Public and Alan Martin Public. It's not the highest ranked schools in the city academically, but families love the balance of community, arts, and walkability. Kids grow up with parks and the lake as their backyard. That's hard to put a price on. Lakeview's in the middle of its evolution. You'll see original owners who have been here for 40 years, mixed with young families and professionals coming from Toronto for space and air. About 75% of homes are owner occupied, so it feels rooted and steady. Even with the construction around, Average household income sits around 100 to 120,000, a sign of that mix between long-time owners and newer custom home buyers. There's also a growing creative scene here. Photographers, designers, small business owners, people drawn to the water and the space to breathe. Lakeview is an outdoor neighborhood at heart. You've got Lakefront Promenade Park, one of the largest waterfront parks in Mississauga, with marinas, playgrounds, bike paths, and open water views. Just north, the Lakeview Community Center hosts everything from youth sports to senior programs. It's where neighbors cross paths. Right along Lakeshore Road, you'll find local gyms, family-run cafes, bike shops, and restaurants that come alive in summer. Need to shop? You're 10 minutes to Sherry Garden for big box retail and fashion, and a few minutes to Port Credit for dining and nightlife. But truthfully, the best moments here are simple ones. Evening walks by the water, bike rides with the kids, and the quiet weekends that feel like a getaway without leaving your home. The big story and why everyone's watching Lakeview is Lakeview Village. The multi-billion-dollar redevelopment is turning the old power plant lands into a complete waterfront district with housing, shops, parks, schools, and public spaces spanning 177 acres along the lake. For decades, this shoreline was off limits. Now it's becoming Mississauga's crown jewel, a place to live, work, and gather. That's why you see builders, investors, and families all positioning now. They're not buying Lakeview for what it is, they're buying for what it's becoming. Now let's break down the pros and cons. Now the pros: waterfront living at a discounted to Port Credit, wide lots ideal for custom builds, strong owner community and long-term value, access to major redevelopment that will define Mississauga's next chapter. Cons: many homes are older and need updates. Some streets are still transitioning. Nightlife and walkable vibe not as developed as Port Credit yet. So who's this for? If you're a family who wants space and lake access, a buyer ready to rebuild or renovate, or an investor thinking 5 years ahead, Lakeview is the move. This is where Mississauga's next wave of value and identity is being built. So that's Lakeview, a neighborhood literally rebirthing from power plant to world-class waterfront. If you're thinking about selling your home or moving into Lakeview, book a free 15 minutes call with me using the link below. We'll walk you through your options. We'll see if this neighborhood feels right for you and your family. And don't forget to download my Mississauga relocation guide. It's packed with details on every major neighborhood. I help families and newcomers buy and sell in Mississauga every single month, and I'd love to help you too. See you in the next video. We're heading west to Port Credit, the village by the lake where heritage meets luxury living.